They do have access to instructions, which is a user manual for how to use the software. They can print this out or they can come back at any time. The funding opportunities, this is where the funding opportunities will be posted. You'll see the ID, title, program, and due date. They can click on a particular title and they can see the funding opportunity just as we saw it a moment ago. And then based on that information, they can create an application. They can apply with a new application, or they can copy an old application. If they want to copy an old application, they have to have an old one in the system. But if they do, they can copy the contents of the old application into a new application, and then they can further edit that and then submit it. We have an application started already. That application is subdivided into components. Now these components are created by the system administrator using the form creator. So all the application forms are created using the form creator tool that is available on the internal side. So what I'm going to show you now is just an example. This is not necessarily what your application is going to look like. It's going to look very different. But this will show you kind of the interface and how the applicant goes about creating their application. So the application components are listed here. They will go into each component, and they can edit the component, and they can enter in the information. The general information just contains the title of the application, and the applicant can pick their project director. Next, we have project description. So here is an example of a large narrative box. This is a rich text box, so this allows the applicant to format their text. It allows them to bold and underline and italicize, and put in bullets and colors and things like that. That's one way. So here we have other components like objectives. Here, this is a list where you can add rows. The status of the objective can be pending, underway, suspended, completed. You can define the objective, who's working on the objective, the expected start, and the expected completion dates. The budget here is subdivided into a number of different sections. You have supplies and services, salaries and wages, and other project expenses. Here the applicant will add to each section. In this particular case, they want to purchase a computer. They can classify that as equipment, travel, tuition, supplies. They can describe the item, and they can enter in a unit cost and a quantity. So in this particular case, the total is the unit cost times the quantity, and that gives you the total. The total is automatically calculated by the system. The applicant does not need to do that math. The subtotals here are also automatically calculated, so the applicant does not need to subtotal any of these sections. They don't need to do any kind of math at all, and the grand total is displayed at the top of the budget. You can attach documents, so the applicant can attach any number of electronic files. These can be Word documents, PDFs, Excel spreadsheets, and other type files. And then the applicant can preview their application. They can view all the various sections, all in one continuous form, and then they can submit their application.